Kingdom of the Spiders was released in November of 1973. Directed by John Bud Cardos, this echo horror romp pits a scene-chewing William Shatner against a horde of murderous tarantulas. And what's not to love about that? Shatner plays Dr. Rack Hansen, a well-respected yet cowboy-like veterinarian living in rural Arizona. When a local rancher's livestock starts to mysteriously die, Hansen investigates and soon learns that the culprit is a pack of wild tarantulas who have grown aggressive due to their usual food supply being depleted by an overuse of pesticides in the region. Wouldn't the pesticides have killed the tarantulas too? Worse yet, their town lies right in the migration path of the little eight-legged freaks. After several unsuccessful attempts to keep the arachnid threat in check, a swarm eventually overtakes the town in a frenzy of destruction that will make you want to stock up on cans of Raid for the foreseeable future. $50,000 of the $500,000 budget went toward paying for the tarantulas that were used in the film. The production offered Mexican spider wranglers $10 for every tarantula they could find. The wranglers didn't disappoint, as 5,000 were eventually delivered to the set. Because tarantulas have cannibalistic tendencies, this created some difficulty as each one had to be kept in a separate container. To make matters worse, tarantulas are typically shy around people, so in the scenes where they were required to move and attack their victims, fans and air tubes had to be used to prod them. Contrary to popular belief, tarantula venom is not dangerous to people unless that person is allergic to it. The worst thing anyone on set suffered was some minor itching caused by the spiders shedding their bristles. So I suppose that we're just supposed to assume that these are some kind of mutant super spiders? Filming took place largely in Camp Verde, Arizona. To create the illusion of a swarm attacking the town, thousands of fake spiders were painted on many of the buildings downtown. After filming wrapped, the production quickly threw up some cheap cover-up paint before leaving town. Many of the stenciled spiders bled through the paint and were still visible on some of the lighter colored buildings several years later. A sequel was proposed in the late 80s with Shatner rumored to star and even direct. Cannon Films went so far as to take out an ad in Variety, but went bankrupt before filming could begin. The same studio that brought us the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie, teaming up with the same director of Star Trek V to produce a sequel to a B-grade monster movie from the 70s? Now that's a missed opportunity if ever there was one. I had never seen this movie until recently. It was one of those movies that I was aware of, but had never gotten around to watching. It was always in the back of my mind, though, as the Shatner versus Spider movie that I knew I needed to check out one day. The mood finally struck me recently, and I decided to give it a chance. And I'm glad I did, even though it drips with campiness made even more profound thanks to Shatner's trademark mugging for the camera. It hits most of the notes that any decent monster movie should. I found the first half to be a little on the slow side as we get to know Shatner's character as well as the other figures in town. It also seems a little too fond of borrowing traits from other better movies like Jaws and The Birds. But when the spiders finally get to unleash their full mayhem on the town, we're treated to plenty of eerie thrills and skin-crawling ickiness, which I think is the best that you can ask from a movie like this. Though I won't likely be watching it again anytime soon, I'm glad I finally got around to it and would recommend it to anyone who might be interested. Thanks as always for watching. If you have any thoughts on Kingdom of the Spiders, be sure to share in the comments. Much appreciated, and until the next time, have a good one.